If you talk about validation, then yes, as a growing actor who's trying to find his feet in the industry, yes, it feels amazing because somewhere now there is a stamp of, okay, he's not just a good looking or a chocolate boy or a boy next door kind of a role.
मेरे एक्सपीरियंस से सीखो, जो आप एक इस टाइम पे एक अपने प्राइम ऑफ यूथ में और एक यंग चॉकलेट बॉय उस चीज़ को एंजॉय कर रहे हो, उसे एंजॉय करो, उस जल्दी से उससे निकल के मैच्योर रोल्स की तरफ भागने की कोशिश मत करो, उस फेज को एंजॉय करो, वो फेज वापस कभी नहीं आने वाला। ग्रे बाल करके पापा का, अंकल का रोल, वो तो एंड में जाके हम लोग करने ही, मतलब हम पहले से ही उसको करने लग जाए तो क्या फायदा। हमने वहाँ गलती की थी, हम बहुत जल्दी में थे कि इस फेज से निकलो, आगे बढ़ना है। So what was the fun as an actor? My thought was that 5 years later, people would have had enough of it here, and then what do you do? And that's when I started picking and choosing roles like Munnabhai MBBS, Wednesday, IBB Gangster, Tanu Weds Manu, these kind of things, and they've all started to make a difference.
He's a little bit of a likable villain. शाकाल नहीं है, you know.
A villain you will root for.
हाँ, somebody you feel eventually बैठ के अच्छे भी हो सकते थे, you know, अगर ये थोड़ी सी कोशिश करते हैं.
Sometimes when you sit in a company, the conversations just automatically starts in itself, and we already did that before the camera started rolling, and so it describes the kind of company I'm sitting in right now. Their show Choona is about to come, and the premise, the show itself is very interesting, and I'm sure this conversation is going to be as interesting as I'm joined by Jimmy, Aashim and Pushpendra sir. So firstly, welcome to Bollywood Bubble, all of you. I had to start saying the premise, as I said, is very interesting. Like we have seen a lot of high stories being attempted in our industry. But what makes it different, Pushpendra? So, like, I got to know that you did not share the whole script with the actors, except Jimmy. Like everyone else had to kind of figure their way out. So, why this approach, and how your approach having been different has resulted in the show being a little different?
तो अगर आपका फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ योर क्वेश्चन की व्हाट इज़ यूनिक अबाउट द शो इज़ कि जो भी कहानियाँ होती हैं जिनमें आप हाइस्ट देखते हैं, उसमें जो चोर होते हैं वो थोड़े से शातिर होते हैं. दे आर लिटिल, दे आर एक्सपर्ट्स, दे आर some kind of people who have done it before, and these are not people who have done it before, have done nothing like this before, or these people are also people who are little defeated by life, and they are aware of how they have been defeated by life, and especially they are somebody who has been defeated by Shukla ji. So how do people who are not specialized in any way get together to pull off a heist against somebody who is so powerful? So that as a USP कि ऐसा है कि कभी भी वो फेल हो सकते हैं. That kind of a thing is something that really attracted me to go on.
And Jimmy, like as a person of influence, the kind of creating chaos in people's life, you have been doing it for a long time now. So why do you feel even in the comedy space, why do you feel filmmakers feel that you fit this bill perfectly? What is it about you that make people believe that you can destroy people's lives if you have power?
Are you questioning his destroying abilities? Have you not seen his work before?
पता नहीं यार, you should ask them. क्यों ऐसा सोचते हैं वो? मेरे पास तो if the roles come to me, I decide whether it is too similar to something that I've done before, and most of the times I end up saying no also. But then there are certain times where you feel that this is something so fresh and so new and so interesting that I would love to be a part of it, but then I'm not sure as far as the character that is being offered to me is concerned. So then you end up then you have a lot of respect for the person who's written it. Then you're sitting with him, having so many meetings, telling him each time that I love the thing, we are having coffee, hum log gappe maar rahe hain, talking about other scenes and everything, but I don't think I will be able to do this, I've done this before, so I don't want to get into this thing. Each time he is trying to convince you as this thing. But किसी point पे आपको ऐसा लगता है कि यार what the hell, I mean this guy is so confident to the level of being overconfident कि यार मैं नहीं वैसा लगने दूंगा, ये मेरी दुनिया, मेरी कहानी है, मेरा किरदार है, कुछ नहीं ऐसा होगा, वो होगा. तो फिर आप बोलते हो यार कि जो ये आदमी इतना कॉन्फिडेंट है तो फिर चलो देखी जाएगी अपना क्या होएगा.
आपके सवाल का छोटा जवाब मैं दे सकता हूँ कि सेइंग कि व्हाई इज ही इज कास्टेड, वो सवाल एक्चुअली आप कह रहे हैं उनसे पूछिए तो मैं दे दूँ. ही इज अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ अ लाइकेबल विलेन, यू नो.
Very well said.
ऐसा नहीं है कि वो सिर्फ विलेन बनते हैं तो सिर्फ विलेन ही है वो. ही इज अ बिट ऑफ अ लाइकेबल विलेन. वो शाखाल नहीं है, यू नो.
A villain you will root for.
हाँ, somebody feel eventually बैठ के अच्छे भी हो सकते थे, यू नो, अगर ये थोड़ी सी कोशिश करते हैं
थोड़ी सी
तो शायद अच्छे ही हो जाते. क्यों चले गए ऐसी लाइन में, तो आपको भी थोड़ा सा बुरा लगता है. तो इसलिए ऑडियंस वांट्स टू सी अ लाइकेबल.
Yeah. The announcement post that he has put, people have said it in the comment. आशा करता है इसमें तो जिमी सर को लड़की मिल जाएगी. Like this is what people like you so much that they want you to get the girl.
इसमें इतनी मिली थी कि सीन्स काटने पड़ गए.
That's true.
You think that's true?
But Jimmy, like 27 years in the industry, when you have maintained, as you said, sometimes people come with same type of roles as well. When you have been in the industry for 27 years, you have made some relationships as well. And does it become difficult to say no, or does it become easier because of the experience?
नहीं, I think जिनको आप जानते हो उनके साथ तो डिफिकल्टी नहीं होती है, बिकॉज उनके साथ प्यार होता है आपको, उनके साथ दोस्ती होती है, उनके साथ आपको जब पता लगता है कि दे आर मेकिंग समथिंग एंड दे वांट यू टू प्ले अ स्पेशल अपीयरेंस और समथिंग लाइक दैट, तो आप खुशी से इसलिए करते हो कि आपको इस बात की भी खुशी है कि यार दे आर मेकिंग अ फिल्म विद some really big names and whatever, and they're my friends. As a friend, they're asking me to do a particular character in the thing, and if it is possible for me, if I have time at that point of time when they want those dates, I end up doing it. Otherwise, no. डिफ़िकल्टी तब हो जाती है जब ऐसी सिचुएशन में होते हो जिसमें कि आपको बहुत अच्छी लगी होती है स्क्रिप्ट, उसमें एक फ्रेशनेस होती है, मगर एक अलग सी कश्मकश चल रही होती है कि यार ये किरदार, आई विश ये किरदार ऐसा ना हुआ होता कि ये थोड़ा सा पावरफुल और थोड़ा इस टाइप का एंड ऑल दैट व्हाटएवर, कुछ मेरे लिए कुछ नया हो जाता, कुछ हो जाता, तो वो वहाँ पर आप थोड़े से स्केप्टिकल होते हो कि फिर लोग वही, मतलब मुझे भी ऐसा लगेगा, लोगों को भी शायद ऐसा लगेगा कि वही साहिब वाला वो पावरफुल जोन एंड ऑल दैट व्हाटएवर या समथिंग, वहाँ पे जाके थोड़ी सी डिफिकल्टी आ जाती है.
Okay. Aashim, for you, like this year, like there's a lot of dynamism that has happened because you started with the period role, then you jumped to being a rock star, and now small town boy. So there's so much dynamism that is happening in your characters. How do you see that? Do you feel like does it give you a sense of validation that makers are putting so much faith in you that they are approaching you with different kind of characters and it's not being put in a box right now?
So this has not obviously been the linear way of the characters that I've played. It's not something. In fact, the first show that I did in the past 2 years, when we started shooting, was Choona, and then there was Ji Karda, and then there was Taj, and it came exactly opposite. So it's I don't know. It's when it comes. If you talk about validation, then yes, as a growing actor who's trying to find his feet in the industry, yes, it feels amazing, because somewhere now there is a stamp of, okay, he's not just a good-looking or a chocolate boy or a boy next door kind of a role, kind of guy. He can also do different kinds of characters and be convincing enough. So I think that validation you seek as an actor who's not done a lot of films, a lot of shows. But after a point, I feel like it's more about what next. What can I do differently now that would show me in a different light, and work with different directors who could give me an even more interesting character to play. So like even my next show that's coming out, which it's absolutely different from this one. So I feel it's a good thing that I've done the kind of characters that I've played, and with Choona specifically, I absolutely love the character because it's quite far away from me. Um, and uh, and yeah, I hope Pushji sir's vision and my faith in his vision works. And I hope people enjoy it. It's yeah.
But like the success and recognition that is coming this year, like you have worked hard for it for a long time, and this is something you have craved for, and any artist craves for. But when it is coming, does it come with a sense of fear as well, to a certain point, that what if it goes away, and what happens if things don't work out this way as they are working out right now? Does that come with that fear?
No, no, it doesn't. Because what I am confident and sure of as an artist is my faith in myself that I have two hands, 2 feet, 2 eyes, I'm able, and I have the willpower to keep working hard. So as long as you have that, I think you can achieve anything you want. The day you get complacent and you feel like you've done everything, I think that's the day you should be resting in your grave. So I feel like there is more than fear. It's the anticipation of what I would want to do next, or what would the director or a producer would want me to be in. So I think it's a lot of it's fun. It's the other F, not fear. Because if you approach it with fear, then somewhere you're putting a negative connotation. But if you approach it with a sense of fascination and fun and excitement, then it just becomes easier and you want to explore more.
Yeah, I get it. Like there would be a certain sense of insecurity that will also creep in if you kind of approach it with a sense of fear.
Yeah, but then you can only go so far with it. I feel like it always holds you down as opposed to lifting you up. So just perspective, if you just change it the way you see it, a lot can change. So yeah.
Okay, taking a cue from the show's name and the theme, this question goes out to all three of you. When in your life have you felt that someone has Choona lagao you? Or you have Choona lagao to
Very
any?
fresh question, I must say.
Some interesting details.
डिटेल तो ऐसा कुछ याद नहीं है, लेकिन इन द सेंस कि जैसे मैंने कहा कि जब आपको चूना लग जाता है तो आप किसी को बताना नहीं चाहते।
सर ये गेम नहीं है, गेम में बताना है।
आप चाहते हैं कि ये बात किसी को पता न चले तो बेहतर होगा।
पर कितने लोग सीखेंगे उससे?
तो शो देखिए आपको पता चलेगा कि कैसे और कहाँ चूना लगा।
बड़े बड़े लोग चूना लगाते हैं तो वो किसी को बताते भी नहीं है कि उन्होंने लगाया है।
और कभी-कभी ऐसा होता है कि नहीं लगाते हैं और फिर भी लोगों को लगता है कि लग गया, है ना?
सर थोड़ी रियल लाइफ इंस्पिरेशन दिख रही है
कि जब नहीं भी लगता तो दूसरे को डर लगता रहता है कि चूना तो नहीं लग जाएगा।
जितना बड़ा चूना लगाने वाला होगा वो कभी किसी को लाइफ पे नहीं बताएगा कि मैंने इसको चूना लगाया, उसको चूना लगाया।
मैं बताता हूँ। तो मैंने जब ये साइन कर रहा था तो सर ने बोला कि स्क्रिप्ट नहीं मिलेगी। मैंने कहा क्यों? दिस इज द राइट आपका हक है कि पूछने का कि मेरे को स्क्रिप्ट क्यों नहीं मिलेगी। तो कहते हैं कि नहीं वो एक्चुअली नेटफ्लिक्स की पॉलिसी है कि आपको एक्टर्स को स्क्रिप्ट नहीं देनी है,
पर स्क्रिप्ट नहीं।
फिर एक दिन सर अपना डायरेक्ट कर रहे थे सीन, ठीक है। एंड सर का यूजुअली मतलब अगर आप पीछे से देख रहे हो किसी सर जिमी सर का सीन चल रहा है और सर बैठे हुए हैं मॉनिटर में एकदम हाँ वो ऐसे नहीं गलत कर रहे हो तुम, ऐसे करके
सर को वैसे नहीं बोल सकता है, पागल हो गया।
so then there's somebody from Netflix was sitting there. I was like यार सर कमाल के डायरेक्टर हैं, बट स्क्रिप्ट नहीं दिया मैंने। तो कहते क्यों? मैंने कहा पता नहीं है, वो कहते आप लोगों ने मना किया। तो कहती नहीं हमने तो नहीं कहा। और फिर मैंने सर को देखा, मैंने कहा यार
आपने बहुत ज्यादा पूछा चूना लगाने बाद खबरें निकलने लगी।
चूना के डायरेक्टर ने लगाया चूना।
ये सब पूछने वाले सवाल नहीं है।
मैंने कहा अब मौका है तो बता ही देते।
पर सर मतलब सही आपने स्टार्टिंग ही उससे करी है कि थीम तुम्हें स्क्रिप्ट से ही पता चलेगी।
कुछ उसके पीछे कहानी आपने बताई। एक्टर्स को ज्यादा आप दे दीजिए स्टोरी तो फिर वो और ज्यादा कंस्ट्रक्ट कर देते हैं,
वो अपनी कहानी बनाने लगते
हैं। आप उनकी देखिए क्या कैरेक्टर नोज, एक्टर शुड नो एज मच एज द कैरेक्टर नोज। if it is an ensemble cast,
Yeah.
you know. So Shukla ji needs to know what everybody is going to do, but Ansari should not know what Shukla ji is doing with other people, because he knows his life. So that was the reason that I wanted to make sure that the ensemble actors have just their parts. So it was a conscious decision to not share the whole thing with them.
It's not
It's not about not giving the script. It's about naming it on Netflix.
No, it's not about blaming it on Netflix also. The question was not that. And there is no like blame game here. Don't get me wrong. The question was that कि चूना किसने लगाया किसको? हाँ, हमें तो सब
देखिए, आप उनको लग रहा है चूना लगा, जब उन अपना परफॉर्मेंस देखेंगे और उसमें किसी तारीफ होगी तो अब देखिए उनको लगेगा कि चूना लगा कि क्या लगा कि ताज सर पे ताज आ गया कि क्या है,
ऐसा चूना बार-बार लगेगा,
ऐसा चूना बार-बार लगे.
सही बात है.
But Jimmy sir, what has been that Choona incident in your life? When someone has pulled over one on you, where you
बहुत
felt
बार हुआ है यार, मैं याद भी नहीं, मैं ऐसा इंसान हूँ याद बात नहीं रखता.
इतनी बार हुआ
लगता है
है,
बस वो इंसान की शक्ल याद रखता हूँ और जब नेक्स्ट टाइम वो मिलता है तो मेरे मुंह पे एक स्माइल होती है कि यार तूने.
But one thing in an earlier answer, Aashim said that stuck out, that he said he was getting typecast as the chocolate boy image. And you still are kind of getting out of it. You have faced that similar situation. You have spoken about that as well. So when you were getting out of it, how difficult did it get to kind of convince makers to see that other side of you? Because the offers
मुझे
work.
लगता है यार, मैं आपको सीधी सी बात बताता हूँ, मैं आशिम भी यहाँ बैठे हुए, मैं इनको भी बता सकता हूँ, मैं बाकी कोई भी यंगस्टर जो जानना चाहता है मैं उसे भी बता सकता हूँ, मेरे एक्सपीरियंस से सीखो. जो आप एक इस टाइम पे एक अपने प्राइम ऑफ यूथ में और एक यंग चॉकलेट बॉय उस चीज़ को एंजॉय कर रहे हो, उसे एंजॉय करो. उस जल्दी से उससे निकल के मैच्योर रोल्स की तरफ भागने की कोशिश मत करो. उस फेज को एंजॉय करो, वो फेज वापस कभी नहीं आने वाला है. सो ऑल आई वांट टू से इज व्हेन यू गेट इनटू दिस एंड पीपल आर लविंग दैट chocolate boy or that young boy next door or whatever, enjoy that phase. Automatically, slowly you will move towards the matured ones. अब चक्कर क्या है कि ग्रे बाल करके पापा का, अंकल का रोल, वो तो एंड में जाके हम लोग करना ही, तो अब हम पहले से ही उसको करने लग जाए तो क्या फायदा. हमने वहाँ गलती की थी, हम बहुत जल्दी में थे कि इस पेज से निकलो, आगे बढ़ना है.
Yeah, so somewhere do you regret kind of...
रिग्रेट क्या, हम पीछे जाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. सीधी सी बात है.
Yeah, true. But like 27 years surviving in this industry is not easy. Like a lot of people. And one thing that stuck out is that you started with film like Munnabhai, but after that you did a lot of character roles. And today we have a lot of respect for character roles because of the presence of OTT. But for the longer time of your career, there was no OTT. So was it difficult to kind of survive and kind of make yourself stay relevant during all this?
No, I stayed relevant because of those roles, because it was a conscious decision, Munnabhai onwards, to move into meatier, juicier roles where you were doing something, otherwise you were being the same person, clean shaven, short hair, long hair, but clean shaven, but nice, breeze blowing, singing songs. Lovely. I mean, I would love to do that again. But the thing is that when you're doing it back to back again and again and again and again in every single film. So what was the fun as an actor? My thought was that 5 years later, people would have had enough of it, yeah, and then what do you do? And that's when I started picking and choosing roles like Munnabhai MBBS, Wednesday, IBB Gangster, Tanu Weds Manu, these kind of things, and they all started to make a difference.
Yeah. And lastly, I wanted to ask you, like, this is like a different form of reunion for you and Arshad after Munnabhai. How was it? Because I don't know if because his is a voiceover.
Yeah, he recorded the entire voiceover in the studio, I'm sure.
So I'm not sure if you got to be on set with him. But still to kind of have him associated with you.
I love Arshad. Yeah, he's a fantastic actor and a lovely human being also. And it's just that हम सब अपनी अपनी जिंदगियों में इतने busy हैं. मैं अर्शद को बहुत पहले चंद्रचूड़, अर्शद, मैं we used to hang out a lot, March's time and all that whatever. But then जिंदगी ऐसी होती है ना, उसके बाद सब लोग अपनी अपनी जिंदगियों में busy हो जाते हैं, फिर domesticated हो जाते हैं, फिर you know बच्चे हो जाते हैं, शादियां हो जाती हैं, सबका अपनी अपनी ज़िंदगी हो जाती है, तो इधर काम भी कर रहे हो, उधर से वो भी देख रहे हो, सारा कुछ कर रहे हो, तो कहीं ना कहीं एक गैप आ जाता है. बट या आई मीन आई ऑलवेज लव्ड हिम एज एन एक्टर, एंड आई थिंक इस शो को ऐसी आवाज़ चाहिए थी. आई थिंक हिज विजन वाज फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग वाज ओनली वेरी क्लियर दैट ये अरशद वारसी इज
वन चॉइस.
सो तब जब आप बीच में कोई दूसरा भी पढ़ रहा हो उन लाइनों को कि और शुक्ला जी को लगा कि ऐसा है वैसे, तो आप अपने दिमाग में विजुलाइज कर लेते हो कि वो अरशद विल से इट लाइक दिस.
Oh, so you always knew that it's going to be Arshad?
Yeah, it was very clear from the beginning.
Oh, ये भी नहीं पता था.
Aashim is away from that marriage part of the experience right now. Abhi he's okay with the not domesticated kind of experience of his life. But all three of you, thank you so much for giving me this time. The show looks promising. It looks exciting, and it's always a pleasure to see you on screen. And for him, I always have a soft corner. So thank you so much for this. Hope you guys had a good time because I had a great one. And wishing all of you lots of love and luck for everything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.